Senator Kaine.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and to our witnesses. I really appreciate this hearing. This is the Health Committee, Health, Education, Labor, Pension, but if you look at the hearings we have in a 2-year period, you would think it's health, education, labor, pension. We don't have many hearings about retirement issues here, and I really applaud the chair who has tried to kind of change that, so we're having more hearings about retirement security issues compared to the first many years I've been on the committee, and I appreciate it. I also want to associate myself with comments that Senator Cassidy made about the structure of the RRB and the fact that you have been prudent investors like other pension plans have been in the market and have generated a return through those investments that have really helped meet the obligations that you have to railroad retirees. And the chair and I give the chair more credit than me, have advocated that one of the potential solutions to Social Security solvency issues that we're seeing is to take the existing system and leave it as is with the employer and the employee contribution, but to additionally create a fund that could invest as the RRB does, and the earnings of that fund would come in to buttress the solvency of Social Security. And this is an idea that Senator Cassidy and I and Senator Hickenlooper and others have talked about. And I hope that we will explore that, and the RRB's history tells us that we would be wise to explore that. I wanted to ask this question and really just underline it about ways you could be even more effective. Your testimony was very positive about what you've done, but the fact that you were limited in using assets for administration creates some customer service problems. And we were speaking, Chairman, the other day in my office about the delay, for example, in resolving disability claims filed by railroad workers. Talk to me about the sort of average length that it takes to resolve a disability claim.
Currently, it takes 470 days for somebody to get a determination on their disability. It's inexcusable.
And that 470-day time period, which is outrageous for somebody who is experiencing a disability, that's driven by an inadequate workforce, insufficient workforce, and antiquated technology systems. Isn't that correct?
Currently, the files that our folks have to work with come in as images. They're not even searchable documents. A disability file, by the time it contains all of the medical reports that our system requires to make a good quality decision, can be a stack of papers like this. Our folks literally have to go through them, write handwritten notes, then take those handwritten notes, put them into the system, run them through whatever formula.
And the number of folks doing it has shrunk, right? Your workforce has shrunk. Tell us about that.
The workforce there has diminished by, I believe, around 30%. And to be a qualified examiner in the disability world requires somewhere between 6 months and 2 years of training in order to really be qualified to do. These are complicated decisions.
So if you could fix some of the technological issues, and if you could hire the workforce, you could shrink that 475 days down to something much more reasonable, correct?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, still there's safeguards. I mean, we still have to make sure that we get all the medical exams that we need to. But again, it's one of those things where both the employers and labor are in complete agreement.
And you could do that if Congress allowed you to use your own money to hire more people and put better technology, correct?
The beauty of the system is that we could do all that without even having to raise the tax rate to the employers, which is why the employers agree.
And because your administrative expenses are so very, very low, if we allowed you to do that, you could do it in a way that would serve people a lot better and a lot faster without jeopardizing the solvency of the fund, without jeopardizing the ability of the RB to pay retirement or disability benefits. Is that not also correct?
If I could put it better, I would, Senator.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So just to my colleagues who are here, I hope this is something that we might explore. This is not about trying to find money in the general fund or find other tax dollars to help these guys serve railroaders better. This is an artificial cap that Congress has imposed with this self-funded program that limits them from hiring, limits them from technological upgrades that they could make without jeopardizing the solvency of the program. And if they did, they would just end up serving railroaders a whole lot better. So Senator Sanders alluded to this in his opening comments, but I wanted to just dig into this one issue, the disability determinations. We could help you fix that without jeopardizing the program, without increasing anybody's taxes. We could help you fix that, and we should help you fix that. So, Mr. Chair, I hope that's something that we might be able to find some common ground on the committee. These guys are doing a good job. They could do a lot better if we would take some artificial restraints off the way they serve their valued retirees.
And for the information of Senator Kaine and the diocese, we are working on that. It would give them the same status as the PBGC and the FDIC, and that is one of the objectives we're attempting to achieve.